Good afternoon, welcome everyone. I got to tell you, it's great to be back here once again promoting a big fight in the Alamo City. You know, San Antonio has such a rich boxing history with so many legendary battles, so many great fighters and great champions. And on Saturday, December 6th, we're going to come right back with Pitbull Cruz taking on Lamont Roach. And Pitbull, as we all know, is a Mexican fan favorite. Lamont is coming off a controversial draw of arguably one of the most dangerous and most explosive fighters in the sport. And that just proves what kind of fighter he is, and he's one of the top fighters in the world today. And now he's stepping up in weight once again. He's going to take on the dangerous slugger, Pitbull Cruz. And it shows that Lamont has that old school mentality where he's willing to take on all comers and do whatever. So this fight is a very dangerous fight for both fighters. Both fighters feel they can win this fight. And the winner of this fight will be in a great place heading into the new year in 2026. You know, this sport needs a new star. And with a spectacular Pitbull Cruz win, that could launch him into taking over those coveted May and September Mexican holidays. And a big win by Lamont could launch him into becoming that next big American pay-per-view star. So there's a lot on the line. It's going to be a great night, Saturday, December 6th, right here in San Antonio. Thank you very much.
Mr. Tom Brown, the president of TGB Promotions, and as Tom mentioned, when you look at Pitbull and Lamont Roach, they are going to add to the great tradition of boxing here in the Alamo City. You recollect the likes of Salvador Sanchez, who fought here in September of 1980. Julio Cesar Chavez collided against Pernell Sweet Pete Whitaker back on September 10th, 1993. Gennaro Hernandez, former world champion, legendary Mexican fighter, fought here in June of 1997. Jesse James Leija, former WBC super featherweight champion of the world, is from here in San Antonio. And in recent memory, over the past several years, it was Jermell Charlo colliding against Brian Castano back in July of 2021 inside this building here at the Frost Bank Center. And this fight with Pitbull and Lamont Roach is truly a 50-50 fight. But in order for these two gentlemen to get here to this very stage, they have to have a successful team. And both teams, both men, are guided by their father. I've known this man for a long time, since probably Lamont was in his third or fourth pro fight. And he's so integral in boxing on the East Coast and has led his son to this very moment. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the esteemed trainer of Lamont Roach Jr. Here is Lamont Roach Sr.
Hello, everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I'm so excited about this fight. Excited to be here in San Antonio, Texas. Before, we had a good outing. It was a good fan base. I got some roots here in Texas with my fighters. I got some undefeated professional fighters, Rihanna Rios, Alex Rincon from Dallas, and George Rincon. So I love Texas. So everything's big in Texas, they say. So we're looking to have this big, great matchup between world champion Pitbull Cruz, world champion Lamont Roach. So these styles make for a great fight. We're looking forward to it. We know Pitbull coming, but we're going to be ready for whatever he brings to the table. My son said it before that he's ready to go on this legacy run. And right here, he's showing it right now by moving up to 140. We conquered 130. We really conquered 135. Now we're taking over 140. So we're here to make noise and make a statement. So again, I'm going to let the fighters do the talking and say what they had to do. But I appreciate everyone for coming out. Thank you so much. And hold on. I'm sorry. I want to thank everybody that made this possible, starting with PBC, Tom Brown, Al Heyman, Luis de Cubas, and my team, Roberto Diaz, Gary Jonas, and the whole No Excuse promotion team and Pro Box team. So thank everybody involved.
Thank you very much to Lamont Roach Sr. Well, from one father to the other, another winning tandem has been Isaac Pitbull Cruz Jr., who has been absolutely sensational, an all-action Mexican slugger that the fans certainly love him. They adore him, deservedly so, the same way fans love Lamont Roach Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the esteemed trainer and father of Isaac Pitbull Cruz Jr. Here is Isaac Cruz Sr.
Hola, buenas tardes. Gracias a todos por estar aquí. Es un gran gusto, un honor que Pitbull Cruz sea estelarista. Yo creo que se lo ha ganado pelea tras pelea con un gran oponente como lo es Lamont Roach. Darle las gracias por aceptar pelear con Pitbull. Va a ser una linda pelea y no se pierdan este gran encuentro 6 de diciembre. Gracias.
Thank you everyone for being here. It's a great honor for us to have this fight and for Isaac to be the main event as well. So we want to thank everyone who made this possible, thanking Lamont Roach as well for accepting this fight, and we can't wait to go out there and put on a show. And again, we really appreciate this opportunity. We can't wait for it. Thank you.
Isaac Cruz Sr., ladies and gentlemen. Now let's welcome one half of our main event on Saturday, December 6th here at the Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. Again, it is PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video. This man with a record of 25 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, won his world title back in November of 2023 with a clutch knockdown in the final round to defeat Hector Luis Garcia. Most recently challenged WBA lightweight world champion Gervonta Davis in one of the year's most memorable showdowns, going toe-to-toe. The fight ended in a much-discussed draw. Very proudly representing Washington, D.C., he is the reigning WBA super featherweight champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the always focused and determined Lamont Roach Jr.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming out. I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'd like to thank everybody a part to, make this big event happen. PBC, Tom Brown, Al Heyman, Luis de Cuba, our team, for sure, no excuse. My dad, Gary Jonas, Robert Diaz. I'm here, man. I'm excited. Like I said, I told you guys, y'all be seeing a lot of me coming in from my last fight, leading all the way up until, the match itself. I told you guys what I'm here to do. I want to bring boxing back. I want to bring old school boxing back. I want to bring boxing back to its glory days. And I think me accepting this fight with Pitbull Cruz in another weight class, it just shows to prove that I'm here. And I'm definitely going to give you guys a banger. Pitbull Cruz is a hell of a fighter. Explosive fighters that you guys like to see. And I'm definitely the great dance partner to go along with him and complement his style. So just be tuned. It's going to be what you guys expect. And hopefully you guys are expecting me to win, obviously. But, that's exactly what it's going to be, a great show. So thank you, guys.
Lamont Roach Jr., ladies and gentlemen, the one word I would use to describe Lamont Roach Jr. is he's a throwback fighter indeed, always willing to take on any and all comers and challengers, and he will certainly do that on Saturday, December 6th. Let's meet his adversary with a record of 28 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 18 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBA super lightweight world champion, captured his world title with an 8th round stoppage victory of WBA welterweight world champion Rolando Rolly Romero in March of 2024. Most recently defeated Angel Fierro and Omar Salcido back in July. A rising Mexican superstar from Mexico City. He has been very busy. It will be his 3rd fight here in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the always exciting Isaac Pitbull Cruz Jr.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas tardes a todos. Antes que nada quiero dar las gracias a Dios por esta gran oportunidad que nos ha puesto en mi carrera, al Jaimon, a PBC, Manny Pacquiao, Sean Gibbons, a todos los que hacen posible esta gran función, a mi esposa, a mis hijos por ser mi inspiración, mi motor día a día, a Lamont Roach por tomar esta gran oportunidad y tomar este gran reto que tenemos los dos enfrente, y el próximo 6 de diciembre vamos a hacer una gran pelea, una gran noche, que la gente sea la ganadora, y de aquí empieza a escribir su historia, esa que el Pitbull Cruz, para que pueda hacer su legado. Muchas gracias.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for having me here. I would like to, first of all, thank God for putting this opportunity forward in my career. I would also like to thank everyone that made it possible, from Sean Gibbons, Al Heyman, PBC, everyone that was involved in this fight. And also, I want to thank Lamont Roach for accepting the fight. So the idea in this fight, the goal, is to make the fans the true winners of the night. And that's what we're going to do. And this is an opportunity for me to furnish my legacy even more. So can't wait, and make sure to tune in on December 6th.
Yeah, you are certainly in for a treat on Saturday, December 6th. Isaac Cruz, known as the Pitbull, now will speak with Lamont Roach. Lamont, for you, as you prepare for this matchup, when they called you and they said Isaac Cruz, what went through your mind?
When they said Pitbull, I think Pitbull was always on the table. So let me clear something, first of all, for a lot of people. We already knew the Tank fight was in a limbo, kind of. So let's just get that out of the way. Pitbull was always on the radar. So we weren't surprised. We definitely were ready. 140 wouldn't have been too big of a jump because I'm not a small guy. And I think I showed that in my last fight. But, we was ready. And, that's the kind of fight that, like I said, I'm trying to achieve my goals as well in boxing, to be one of the best fighters in the world. So if I move up and be the champion in Pitbull Cruz, then, that's only a testament to what I can do in the ring and take it further.
How much, you could have easily taken a fighter of lesser name recognition and of lesser opposition, but if you win on Saturday, December 6th, how much of a statement do you think that'll make to the rest of the division?
It'd make a great statement. I mean, obviously, they'll be looking at me like, oh, he's a smaller guy coming up, so they might be eager to fight me. But, if I win this fight December 6th, and when I win, I'll be in line for the WBC champion and Sabril Matias, and the other champions will be looking at me as if, hey, maybe we can fight Lamont Roach if we don't have anything lined up. And that's exactly what I want to do. I want to be here to give you guys the best fights, and I want to prove that I'm the best. I'm one of the best fighters in the world for sure.
Isaac, for you, when they called you and they said Lamont Roach, what went through your mind?
¿Qué te pasó por la cabeza, Isaac, cuando te llamaron y te dijeron que Lamont Roach sería tu próximo oponente?
Bueno, sabemos que es un gran peleador, Lamont Roach, que ha desafiado y le gustan los retos. Bueno, creo que a nosotros también nos gusta desafiar retos, y bueno, creo que esta pelea tiene los complementos necesarios para que el próximo 6 de diciembre sea la gente la ganadora.
We were fully aware of Lamont Roach as a great fighter, as someone that also likes to take on challenges, just like we do. So like I said before, on December 6th, our goal is going to be for the fans to be the true winners of the night, providing a great fight for everyone.
This is your third fight here in 2025, as I mentioned earlier. How much has your activity going to benefit you on Saturday, December 6th?
¿Cómo sentís que tu actividad, tu constancia en las peleas este año te va a beneficiar el 6 de diciembre?
Va a ser muy buena, porque para eso me voy a preparar y para llevarme la victoria a casa.
It's going to be great, and that's what we're preparing for, getting that consistency going and taking the win home on December 6th.
Now, both of these men have fought Gervonta Tank Davis. For you, Lamont, what did you learn in that fight against when Isaac Cruz fought Gervonta Davis? Have you watched it, and what did you take away from that performance from Pitbull?
Of course, I watched the fight. His performance was a good performance, given he was a last-minute replacement. And obviously he gave him a tough fight, and at that point in time, Tank was the #1 135-pound fighter in the world. So I think he did good. My takeaway is that he did well. I just don't think he did enough to win. And but it was a tough fight. He definitely proved himself to the world that he's a tough fighter. He's a relentless fighter. He's a strong and powerful fighter. So those are my takeaways.
Isaac, what did you learn from Lamont Roach's performance against Gervonta Davis back in March?
Isaac, Lamont acaba de decir que cuando vio tu pelea con Tank no pensó que hiciste lo suficiente para ganar, pero que sos muy duro. Ahora, vos, ¿qué opinaste de la pelea de Roach contra Tank Davis?
Fue buena pelea y bueno, yo voy a hacer mi trabajo y vamos a demostrar arriba del ring.
It was a good fight, but I'm focused on what I'm doing. I'm going to do a good job against Roach, and we're going to see what it takes inside the ring.
Lamont, you are very confident coming into this fight, deservedly so, but in a recent interview you said that you believe you're going to be the first man to stop Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Why so?
Like you said, I'm confident. I'm confident in my work, man. Like any other fight, it's not just Pitbull. It's like any fight. I'm always looking to hurt, demolish, stop any opponent. Like I look for that opportunity every single time in the ring. So ain't nothing changed. Like that's what I'm going to try to do. Like if it doesn't present itself, then it won't. But you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm trying to do.
Isaac, when he says he's going to be the first guy to finish you and knock you out, your response?
Bueno, acá Roach dice que está listo para demolerte, que va a ser el primero en mandarte a la lona, en noquearte. ¿Cuál es tu respuesta?
Nada, ya estoy acostumbrado a que hablen antes de tiempo y ojalá así como está hablando ahorita vaya a pelear el 6 de diciembre. Yo me voy a concentrar, enfocar en hacer una excelente preparación para pues demostrarle como a Rolly que yo hablo arriba del ring con los puños, sino con la boca.
There's really nothing for me to say because I'm used to people talking, talking their stuff before they step into the ring, and then we see what happens. So what I can say is that I'm going to show him the same way I showed Rolly, that if you talk before the fight, then you see inside the ring that trash talk goes by the wayside, and in the end I'm going to come out on top.
Does it motivate you a little bit extra or no?
¿Te da algún tipo de motivación adicional o no, lo que dice?
Me mantiene despreocupado, estoy enfocado en hacer mi preparación.
I could care less. I'm just worried about my preparation.
Now, for you, Lamont, when you take on somebody who's very aggressive, a high volume, high contact kind of a fighter, do you like the fact that it's not going to be very hard to find this guy on Saturday, December 6th?
I love it, honestly. I love it. That just plays right into my strengths. And it's going to show December 6th. So, I'm not like, I don't know. I don't think like, it's just going to be there. So all I have to do is just do what I'm supposed to do what I know how to do, and I will come away with the victory for sure.
As you get ready to enter training camp, you mentioned about the weight. How much is it going to be beneficial to you to not have to lose that extra 5 pounds? Because, you're not old, but as you get into, your late 20s, early 30s, I assume that 5 pounds and not having to lose that is a benefit to you.
Yeah, it's a benefit to me for sure. I'm going to be strong as hell. So that's all I can say. I'm going to be super strong. I have more room to work with. I have less weight to cut. And it's going to be like I'm in my physical prime right now. And this is only like an extra notch for me.
Isaac, as you take on Lamont Roach on Saturday, December 6th, he's coming up in weight to take you on. You've been here at 140 for quite some time, but what are your thoughts on Lamont Roach moving up to your weight class, and how much do you want to give him an unfriendly welcome?
Bueno, Isaac, vos estás más acostumbrado a esta división que él, ¿no? ¿Qué opinás de Lamont subiendo a la división de 140 libras y qué intenciones tendrías de darle una bienvenida a la división que no sea muy amistosa, que digamos?
Bueno, pues le vamos a dar nosotros la bienvenida en su debut en 140 y nosotros estamos ya acostumbrados, pero no nos vamos a confiar porque ya tengamos experiencia en 140. Nos vamos a concentrar en hacer un buen trabajo en el campamento.
Oh, we're definitely going to give him an unfriendly welcome to the 140-pound division. And yes, I'm used to this division, but at the same time, there is no way that I'm going to overlook him or think that just because he's making his debut, it's going to be some kind of easier path for me. I'm going to focus on what I can do, and I'm not going to underestimate what he can do in this weight class.
Lamont, as I mentioned about you, you remind me of those fighters from the 80s and early 90s, throwback fighters, willing to take on anybody and everybody. When you look at this fight with Isaac Pitbull Cruz, do you believe that as we head towards the end of 2025, that this could be the fight of the year?
I think so, for sure. Just like I said, my last fight, like, it's either going to be fight of the year or it's going to be a highly contested bout, or I'm just going to fuck them up. Like, not talking trash or anything like that, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my motto. Like, if you're not going to be able to withstand what I got, then it's going to be a long night for you. If you are, then it's going to be for a good fight.
You've always had self-belief, but just judging by, your vibe over the past, several months, do you believe that your confidence just continues to build as you progress throughout the course of your career?
Yeah, for sure. My confidence will never take a dip. I'm just made like that, though. Like, throughout my whole life, I just been like a guy that sets goals and achieves them. And this is one of them. I'm just setting out on my path of the things that I'm supposed to do, the things that I want to do, the things that I want to achieve. And I want to be the best, and I want to show everybody that I'm the best.
Isaac, on Saturday, December 6th, are you anticipating what could very well be a Fight of the Year candidate?
Isaac, ¿esperas que el 16 de diciembre esta pueda llegar a ser la pelea del año?
Vamos a trabajar para que la podamos conseguir.
We're absolutely going to work towards making it the fight of the year.
San Antonio is a great fight town, as we very well know. I assume you're anticipating the Mexican fans to come out and support you. How much does their support and them cheering you on that very night going to help you out against Lamont Roach?
Aquí hay una gran base de mexicanos que van a poder hacer fuerza por ti durante el 6 de diciembre. ¿Qué tanta motivación te va a dar eso cuando estés dentro del ring el 6 de diciembre?
Me voy a preparar para brindarles la mejor versión de Isaac el Pitbull Cruz y que toda la gente que va a venir y que va a comprar el pago por evento sea la ganadora.
I'm going to prepare to give them the best version of Pitbull Cruz that there is, and to make sure that the fans that pay for their ticket or pay for their pay-per-view have the best kind of show possible, and they leave enjoying it as much as I will.
Lamont, San Antonio can be a raucous fight town. How much are you looking forward to making that ring rock in what I believe is going to be a raucous and a loud atmosphere?
I've been here before. I fought in San Antonio, and I fought against a Hispanic fighter. Well, he wasn't Mexican, but it's still that, like you coming into enemy territory. So I've been here before. I'm used to it. It's nothing wrong with it. Like, I'm okay with it. Like, look at my last fight. a arena full of my opponent's fans, and then you got, some here and there for me. So, I'm used to it. It's nothing wrong with it, and I plan to turn some new leaves in some fans.
Do you thrive on that, or is it one of those things that the fans can't fight for the opponent and you just see what is the task at hand once you step inside the ring?
It's both. I do thrive on that because I love to hear the silence in the air after, like as the fight is going. Like, it's super rowdy at first, and then they're like, oh, shit. But then again, the fans can't fight for you. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. I know what I've done. I know what I have to do to prepare to do what I have to do in the ring to secure a victory.
Well, Isaac, he has mentioned that he believes he can knock you out, but do you believe that you have the power to finish him off?
Bueno, acá Lamont dice que es más que capaz de noquearte, pero vos también tenés el poder, la potencia para noquearlo, ¿verdad?
Sí, totalmente. Sabemos que es humano y que también le duelen los golpes y no hay cosa imposible en esta vida y lo vamos a demostrar el próximo 6 de diciembre.
I absolutely can knock him out. He's human. The punches hurt for him just like they do for anybody else. There's no impossible task in front of me. I'm going to make sure that we accomplish that objective when the time comes.
Lamont, a victory on Saturday, December 6th. There is a void right now in boxing here in the United States, but do you believe that that cements your status as being this new age American boxing star that can cross over to the general sports fan?
For sure. I think so, for sure. Pitbull is a superstar in his own right as well. You know, he has a huge following in Mexico. Even here in America, like, he's very notable. You know, like a highly ranked fighter in, you know, within the United States. So I think so. Once I win this fight, I'll be catapulted into, okay, all right, we have to see him fight this guy. We have to see him fight that guy. We have to see him fight that guy. Like, that's what I like. So that's what it's gonna do. That's what this win is gonna accomplish me, for sure.
Isaac, can a victory over Lamont Roach cement your status as being the next big Mexican boxing superstar to really carry the banner of Mexican boxing moving forward?
Isaac, ¿sentís que una victoria en esta pelea te haría el abanderado del boxeo mexicano, la nueva cara del boxeo mexicano a futuro?
Yo voy a trabajar para ganar mi pelea del 6 de diciembre y ya será decisión de la gente si así nos toma como referentes y representantes del boxeo mexicano.
That's not really up to me. I'm going to work towards winning the fight on December 6th. And then the fans can decide for themselves whether they see me as the new face, the flag bearer of Mexican boxing.
Lamont, on Saturday, December 6th, when fans come to the Frost Bank Center here in San Antonio and watch all over the world PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video, what can they expect?
They can expect a super, super, super duper firework-filled fight, and they can expect me to win that fight and look good doing it.
Isaac, Saturday, December 6th, here in San Antonio, what are fans going to see?
¿Qué puede esperar la gente ver el 6 de diciembre aquí en San Antonio?
El regreso de Isaac el Pitbull Cruz y naciendo una nueva superestrella mexicana y ganando el cinturón, llevándoselo a casa.
People can expect to see Isaac Cruz back in the ring, the birth of the new Mexican superstar, and also Isaac Cruz taking the belt home.
Ladies and gentlemen, it all goes down on Saturday, December 6th, the Frost Bank Center here in San Antonio. Let's give these two gentlemen a round of applause along with their fathers, their trainers. We look forward to seeing you during fight week and cannot wait for Isaac Cruz and Lamont Roach for the Interim WBC Super Lightweight Championship of the World. They will now pose off, and we will see you all during fight week. Thank you so much, San Antonio. Can't wait to be back.
Mics are off. Good, yeah, you guys.